A silent whale just moved $42 million into Ethereum. No announcement or hype, just cold precision. While retail waits for headlines, here's why smart money is buying Ethereum right now. Who exactly are these silent players moving millions without a trace? They don't shout out loud. They fly way under the radar, but they move markets. Smart money is a term reserved for those who trade with precision and power. Hedge funds, institutional investors, crypto-native whales, and top-tier VCs like A16Z and Paradigm. These aren't speculators looking for 2x flips. They're long-term strategists with access to private intel, custom research, and connections retail traders only dream of. Tracking them isn't guesswork anymore. Tools like Nansen, Arkham Intelligence, and LookOnChain let anyone follow high-value wallets and map the flows of capital. When a wallet tied to a top fund starts accumulating Ethereum, that's not noise, it's a signal. And they've been right before. In late 2019, for example, smart money started quietly accumulating Bitcoin before its explosive 2020 bull run. Ahead of Ethereum's merge in 2022, they were already rotating into Ethereum and staking derivatives. They don't always win, but when they move in unison, it means something. Because while retail watches YouTube for news, smart money watches wallets, and lately their eyes are all on Ethereum. But knowing who they are, that's only half the story. Watch this. In the past 2 months, Ethereum has seen a quiet storm brewing, and it's all on chain. Since June 2025, wallet trackers like Arkham and LookOnChain have flagged multiple high-volume inflows to cold wallets linked to institutional desks. One wallet, tagged as belonging to a crypto fund in Singapore, accumulated over 22,000 Ethereum in a series of stealthy transfers. There was no media coverage or any signals, just relentless movement. Meanwhile, OTC desks, where large players trade without spiking the market, are reporting a surge in Ethereum demand. Unlike retail, they're not buying dips for memes. They're positioning before the headlines hit. And here's the kicker. Staking deposits are up, even as ETH's price stays flat. According to Beacon Chain data, more than 800,000 Ethereum has been staked since mid-June. And that's not just casual behavior, that is conviction. These wallets aren't reacting to hype. They're front-running the next narrative. While most people are still waiting for a signal, smart money is already building positions, and they're doing it calmly and quietly with more confidence than most realize. Maybe the most important shift isn't price, but it's perception itself. Ethereum is no longer just a speculative asset. It's becoming financial infrastructure. For years, Ethereum was seen as a volatile altcoin, a playground for DeFi degens and NFT drops. But that perception is changing fast. Today, Ethereum represents something far more powerful. A programmable, yield-generating, deflationary base layer for the next era of finance. Institutional giants have taken notice. BlackRock is exploring tokenized funds. Franklin Templeton is running money market funds directly on Ethereum. VanEck has already filed for an Ethereum ETF. None of them made loud announcements, but their filings, patents, and integrations all point to one thing. Ethereum is the rails, not the train. And for institutions, that's gold. Ethereum now offers native yield through staking, a shrinking supply thanks to EIP 1559, and programmability that Bitcoin can't match. That trifecta, yield, scarcity, flexibility, is why smart money is rotating in quietly. They're not betting on hype cycles anymore. They're betting on infrastructure. And Ethereum, more than anything else in crypto, is finally earning that label. If you're tracking smart money instead of chasing hype, this channel was built for you. Hit subscribe and stay ahead of the story, not behind it. Now let's see how, beneath that shifting narrative, the tech itself is tightening the noose. So you see, Ethereum's story isn't just about perception, it's about relentless evolution, and that evolution is speeding up. The upcoming upgrade, EIP 4844, better known as proto-Dengsharding, isn't just technical jargon, it's a game changer. By slashing Layer 2 gas fees, it will supercharge the scalability of Ethereum's ecosystem, making applications faster and drastically cheaper to use. It's the kind of infrastructure leap that attracts builders and capital. Meanwhile, Ethereum's supply is actively shrinking. Thanks to EIP 1559's burn mechanism, every transaction removes a small amount of Ethereum from circulation. According to Ultrasound Money, Ethereum has already gone net deflationary, something no other major blockchain can claim. At the same time, Layer 2 adoption is exploding. Networks like Arbitrum, Base, and Optimism are pushing more transactions than ever, and each one burns Ethereum. So what happens when usage goes up and supply goes down? Smartmoney sees it, a perfect economic storm. An asset that scales, generates yield, and becomes more scarce with every transaction. That's not speculation, that's a long-term thesis, quietly being executed wallet by wallet. But it makes you wonder, if the fundamentals are that strong, then why the radio silence? Because when you're moving millions, the last thing you want is attention. We know that institutions and whales don't chase pumps. They accumulate in silence. Their playbook is built on stealth. Use OTC desks to avoid triggering price spikes, split large transactions across multiple wallets, and route through anonymized layers to mask intent. It's methodical, intentional, surgical. The goal? Get in before the noise. They're not waiting for the Ethereum ETF to be approved. They're front-running it. They're not reacting to a headline about regulatory clarity. They're positioning before the regulators even speak, because by the time retail hears the news, it's already priced in. Some of these wallets have no Twitter accounts, no public identities, just consistent inflows, staking deposits, and moves that tell one quiet story. Confidence. This isn't FOMO, it's architecture, designed to build large positions while the market sleeps. And right now, Ethereum is where they're placing their quietest, boldest bets, away from the spotlight and ahead of the curve. Even for the smartest money, every conviction comes with a cost. Ethereum may look unstoppable, but obviously no asset is bulletproof. And smart money knows that too well. Regulatory pressure is still hovering, and while Bitcoin may have found safe harbor, Ethereum's status remains uncertain. The SEC hasn't fully clarified whether Ethereum is a commodity or a security. That legal gray zone? It's a risk, especially for funds with compliance teams watching every move. Then there's competition. Blockchains like Solana are fast, cheap, and rapidly evolving. Ethereum's dominance isn't guaranteed, especially if its roll-up-centric roadmap hits friction or restaking protocols introduce systemic risk. And don't forget the macro environment. Rate hikes, recession threats, or liquidity crunches can drain momentum from every risk asset, including crypto. Institutions might have deeper pockets, but they still feel global shocks. So why are they still buying? Because they're not betting on the next 3 months, they're betting on the next 3 years. You see, Ethereum isn't just a trade, it's a thesis, a belief that what powers the next wave of global finance is much more than just money, it's programmable infrastructure. And they're willing to hold through the storm to prove it. Because even with all this precision, what if they're getting it wrong? Smart money doesn't mean perfect money, and history has the scars to prove it. Institutions were knee-deep in LUNA before it collapsed. Some had exposure to FTX, even praising Sam Bankman-Fried before everything imploded. And major funds got burned when BlockFi went under. Conviction doesn't equal immunity. So yes, they could be wrong about Ethereum. Regulation could tighten, a competitor could leap ahead, or another black swan could shatter assumptions. But this time, something feels different. This isn't a hype coin riding memes. Ethereum is a proper infrastructure that is already powering stablecoins, NFTs, DeFi, and tokenized real-world assets. It's not about what Ethereum might become, it's about what it's already doing. As one analyst put it, the best time to buy Ethereum was 2018. The second best might be now. You don't have to follow the noise, but if the wallets get quiet and start filling up, that's not emotion. That's pure strategy. When institutions stop talking and start buying instead, that's when you lean in and watch closely. If the smartest wallets in the world are betting on Ethereum, will you too? Let us know in the comments.